close to the end of AIDS because even though we've made progress, there were still last year 2.5 million new HIV infections around the world, and most of that was poor and marginalized and disadvantaged people. There was still 1.7 million new deaths due to HIV in the course of 2011. And HIV is a very complex social problem as well. It's a problem to do with inequality and injustice, and very often the facts that put people at risk of HIV is poverty, is inequality, is being a woman, where there's sexual inequality, where men have power over sex. So when we talk about the end of AIDS, we can't just be talking about the day when we get treatment to everybody, which is important in itself. We also have to be thinking about the end of the social conditions that have created this epidemic and that have allowed it to move so quickly throughout the world and to kill so many people. One of the places where unfair discrimination has most taken place is in the workplace. We probably know of hundreds of thousands of workers across the world who've been dismissed because of their HIV status. Unions can play a role in combating that. Unions should negotiate with employers codes of conduct in the workplace that prohibit unfair discrimination, that allow reasonable accommodation for workers who get HIV or AIDS or TB. So having said that, though, what I have to say is that 30 years into the epidemic, most unions have not used that power. Unions have played a role, but they haven't really played a leading role. And what I'm saying now is that we're at a very crucial stage in the AIDS epidemic. We're at a stage where rich countries are beginning to back away, where they're beginning to withdraw funds from AIDS. We're at a stage where we've got a lot of people on treatment, but we've still got a lot more people to get onto treatment. And we need powerful social forces to make sure that we continue to go forward. And that is why ITUC, other trade union federations, have a really very important role to play.